Now, what I want to talk about is the fact that I don't think the Haitians understand why they have a priesthood. And even though their priesthood is on the left-hand side, according to the Bible, there was a people who was set aside of the children of Israel that only dealt in priesthood. They didn't deal with the common practice of the common people. They were set aside. Moses and Aaron, Aaron's children, were set aside strictly for the priesthood. You were saying, you was letting us know that really doing this priesthood and this magic and all these things are actually part of the Haitians' culture. And even though it's just like us playing marbles or us practicing voodoo is a family practice almost.
Yeah.
You would say.
Yeah, it's like a cultural thing. I'll tell you right now, almost 99% of Haitians that's out there, they have a voodoo background. It's in their family, or the grandparents or the great-grandparents used to worship those things. It's a very high level of this thing. It does happen.
Well, I want to say this because according to the Bible, there are a people named Levi who are the priests of the Most High. They were the priests. They were set aside for priesthood. But when when God's people fell, these people took on a curse based on their responsibility. To whom much is given, much is required. And with that responsibility of being priests, being that they fell as priests, as protecting and keeping the people, the Most High put a curse on them, but they continued their priesthood practice on the left-hand side with Satan. Now, we're at the end. The Most High is calling those same priests to do what's right, to turn away from the dark side, and to come back to the God of Israel, to practice righteousness. I'm going to read this in Genesis 49, in the 5th verse. It reads, Simeon and Levi are brethren. We know that there's two people or two families of people living on the same island. Simeon, which are the Dominicans, and Levi, which is Levi, and what you would call Creole, are brethren. You got Levi or Levi in Haiti, and you got the Dominicans, which are Simeon. And it says, instruments of cruelty are in their habitations, which means instruments of cruelty, which is they're doing things like voodoo and witchcraft to hurt other people. Those instruments are in their habitation. That means it'll be a common practice in their habitation. You got Santa Maria and Chango over there in the Dominicans, but we know that Levi does it on a whole nother level. Okay? Levi does it they do this on an entirely different level. Okay? And it says, the 6th verse, O my soul, come not thou into their secret. What is their secret? Their secret is them dealing with gods. Linking with gods for power. Linking for gods for wealth. Linking for gods to cause cruelty to other people. You understand? So it says, do not come into their secret. Why? Because a lot of them keep this secret for themselves, because that's their power amongst Haiti. They learn certain magic and certain things. Some people go over to Africa and get other information, and they keep that secret for themselves so that they can become a man, like you mentioned. And it says here, unto their assembly, mine honor, be not thou united. So the Most High say, do not link in or don't go into some of the witchcraft and voodoo they're going into. For in their anger they slew a man, and in their self-will they dig down a wall. To let you know also that these people can fight, how they took down the French. You understand? Not only can they fight on the spiritual side, they can fight on the physical side. Now, in the book of Malachi, it mentions that the priests they will become base amongst all people, which means Haiti right now is the lowest or the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere, as we all know. Why people with such understanding and knowledge and spirituality can never get up? Why can't they grow and eventually change their plight? Why they cannot change their plight? Because it's written up in Malachi, the 2nd chapter. Let me read it. Malachi 2. It says here, let me get it here. It says, 2:1 says, and now, O ye priests, this commandment is for you. If you will not hear it, if you will not lay it to heart to give glory unto my name, saith the Lord of hosts, I will even send a curse. So these priests, which are Levites, were supposed to give glory to the Most High's name, which is Ahia, the I am that I am. But they started giving praise to other gods to give them personal wealth, personal riches, power to be able to attack other people. It says right here in the 9th verse, therefore have I also made you contemptible and base before all the people, according as you have not kept my ways, but have been partial in the law. So because the Levites or the Haitians became partial in the law of the Most High, he brought them all the way down. Mind you, in the Old Testament, it tells you that Levi was set apart in the suburbs, in each province, in each part of Israel. They didn't have to work, they didn't have to do anything, but just keep the priesthood in each province, whether it be amongst Dan, Levi, Simeon, Judah. They just had to keep the law and to uphold the laws of the Most High. Okay, the Most High gave them so much power, they even had oracles, what you would call modern-day mirrors, in which a Levite can look inside the oracle and communicate with other Levites in other lands, be it in Judah, be it if they had to link in with a priest that was somewhere near Gad, they would just look into the oracle and communicate with each other. And you know what? On the left-hand side, they're doing that to this day. Okay? They can go into a mirror and call spirits and do all that. Can you attest to that?
Yeah, you always hear that in Haiti, that let's say somebody did something to me or somebody did something to my brother, and I want to find out who did that to him. Let's say somebody killed my brother, and I want to find out who killed him.
If somebody kills one of your family members,
I want to find out who actually killed my family member. What I do is go to a high, voodoo priest, and I'll ask him, I want to know what happened to my brother. And then he'd pull out a mirror, and he'll actually show you the guy that actually killed your brother. And whatever that guy is doing at that time, you see the guy, the voodoo priest will actually ask you, well, what do you want to do with him? Do you want to kill him, or do you want to cut off one of his legs, or an arm, whatever you want to do with him? And then, it's going to be your choice. Let's say you want to kill him. He'll give you a knife. All you have to do is just act like you kill him while you're looking at him in the mirror. Let's say you want to kill him, you just act like you stab him or something. Or let's say you want to cut off his legs or something. What you do is grab that knife and kind of like slide it over the mirror or whatever. And then after a few days or something, that guy will actually feel like his legs is itching him. You know what I'm saying? And once you start scratching it, it's over from that point on. After a while, he just, for some reason, he loses his legs. Doctor won't be able to do anything for him. He just actually loses his legs. If that's what you want to do to that guy, he'll actually lose that leg. Let's say you just want to cut his leg off because of something he did. He'll actually lose that leg once you do that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how it
What